Their choices here, they could have gone more for lane, actually. Braum is decent in lane, but I wouldn't say he dominates lane.
He does with Illusion.
It is a good duo, but it's a short-range duo, so...
Down to 1 health. There we go. Grace doesn't get the Q over. Gets the claw in there, though, and actually goes for this engage. Not entirely sure whether that was the best move. Basically out of mana there as well, as the QE is available for Spirit if he wants to go back. Not going to do so as Dread dives forward. Fantastic stealth ult comes in from Grace. But I don't think it's enough as Aiming gets the last auto. First blood goes down as it's, in fact, the Ignite tick that gets it. So Spirit grabs first blood.
Awkwardly, Linderung had already changed. He actually had Ignite. He might have TP'd already. Unsure if that's available. There was nothing to Ignite anyway, so he couldn't cycle it to make it to lane. So because of all of that, it's just 2 kills come down. 4 plates rolled down. Let's see if there's any answering plates across the map. That's 4 bot lane, 6 altogether, including top. Urgot on top of the top side, but only a single plate I can spy so far.
Well, that's a lot of AoE damage there with the flag that just dropped, but this tower is about to follow suit. And top side of the map,
boom!
They just want to get all of these turrets, all of these turret plates. And going for the dive, actually, is now Linderung does have that flash on cooldown. Fear Beyond Death comes in, and see you later. That's a 1-for-1 trade, and certainly one that you'll take. But Shelly is still there, and they get a lot of plates, so I'm not entirely sure.
She took a bit of damage, though, so it's not going to actually be all of the plates, and some damage, because of course the charge came around. Solo gold on the turret, and this game, Weird and Wonderful was confirmed. The gold lead right now, with the turret going down. It's going to be 1,000 gold still.
Jin Air going to grab their first Drake of the game. It is an Ocean Drake at this stage, which is not necessarily ideal.
Pick a draft that does what it says on the tin reliably, and just execute on that. And don't necessarily go for combo ults like Gen G tried.
Strong Grace now moving in. Everyone feeling a bit frisky in the mid lane.
We see an all-in attempt. Here it is.
Yeah, there it is. Immediately destroyed as the job, and you knew that that was what's going to happen. And another goes down as the Fear Beyond Death felt pretty
2
free.
kills. Stasis can't be popped, so Zhonya's come soon, but first death is confirmed.
Gonna get seen, so can't get targeted by the...
Okay,
Linderung, yeah, in a whole host of trouble, down to almost about half health. The Spirit dives forward, finally uses the stopwatch now as Root. Might be the focus, jumped on there by Dread in the backline as the ultimate takes down Nova as an afterthought, and Spirit's still flagging the Dragon Grates. Coming on forward, Dread uses his stopwatch, but now it feels like we've evened out the fight as Yukao flashes on out after the cleanse. And he's going to survive, and Grace may have bitten off more than he can chew, but it was a damn good effort to go for it.
If he had Root
around this Cloud Drake,
they lead with their face. It's definitely a squishy center to Afreeca. Jenna taking their time.
Circle of Frost is down. Winter's Bite is not going to find the target now as they're looking to try and reset this dragon, but it's picked up by Jin Air. And as it is, Afreeca Freecs move on over. They do not want to give this away for free. Want to even things out.
They don't want to fight front to back either because they're such a squishy front line.
Also, they have poke options, so getting the Ezreal a little bit further forward, allowing them to take a little bit more damage, and the 50-50 is going to be won by Afreeca Freecs. Cloud Drake going their way.
Slows down every push comically forever. Finally, though, they're walking up. Could it be?
Yeah, Dread just grabs it. The Empower does it. Now Aiming has to get the hell out of there. Uses all of his buttons, but is going to be safe as Grace. Now just going to get jumped on. Look at that Jarvan support burst damage that comes in. Secures the kill. Onto the Lysandra. Does the Ezreal. And I guess, in theory, in that particular fight, Spirit did exactly what he wanted to do.
Selfo there was so awkward because no one could follow up. Marang, Linderung, they both have flashes, don't do anything. Now they might fight.
Yeah, looking for a few bits of poke on the outside as Keen dives forward. Root immediately going to get stunned. There's the flash coming in from Spirit, showing the Jarvan mechanics, and instantly to leave the rift. The double knock tanky against some of this magic damage that's going to be inherently hitting him in these fights. It feels like Grace has often been the target here for Spirit. So he's going to continue wandering around. Man, I don't know how, but it's working. There's a 105 Ezreal that was laning with a Jarvan for the majority.
Kali doesn't seem to have kill threat, so it's really about Baron now. Speaking of Baron,
Spirit gonna have to get the hell out of there. Not able to use the Zhonyas in time. Culling used just for fun. The Jarvan unable to find farming a heck of a lot, actually. And he benefits from attack speed so incredibly much. As maybe he benefits from diving into the middle of everyone on Jin Air as well. Loses his GA for the moment, but now the fight is breaking out in earnest. Can they actually find anything from this? As Spirit's combo, not exactly the best, but Aiming is able to grab the first kill in the fight, and Dread somehow survived. Unbreakables there. Good stun comes down as the Braum soaking a lot, but also has to make his way out. Now Linderung fighting five low members of the Afreeca Freecs. Is unable to get anything. Keen dives over the top, has a full bar of energy. Not actually throwing through the backflip just yet. Too many things in the way as now Linderong gets over. Spirit tries to find the knock up and aiming. He's able to secure the kill in the end. Both solo lanes, the only resulting fight. After the beginning, as Elder Drake is going to get taken. All right, all too easy. The Afreeca Freecs lock that one down.
I know they've got Mountain and Elder.
Yeah,
it dies instantly.
It's double Mountain Drake because the Elder Drake is
stacking
stacking that one up. And yes, that's a free Baron going over to the Afreeca Freecs. And now the dive in happens. Okay, looking to try and get it. Fear Beyond Death gets a couple of people snared up. And now Jin Air are looking to win this battle because Linderong is so damn massive. Ultimate has to be used from Yukel as somehow the Braum falls down and aiming is the one to take control. It does land onto Grace, but not going to hit anybody else onto Jin Air, and Afreeca Freecs hold on to their Barons and their Elder Drake.
They were baited there, Atlas, because Ezreal, Syndra, and Jax keep the buffs. They keep pushing forward. They're still so damn strong. Jackson and All-In, and Ezreal and Syndra with the burn on their poke. Back away.
I really liked aiming. Look at his positioning. It's so far forward, knowing that he can threaten so well. Baron still for another 40 seconds, and they're breaking the base, like you say, in a second position. Inhibitor goes down. Now bottom lane, I believe that inner turret is also things were basically at parity earlier on in this series.
They are at risk here of
losing much more readily. Moving forward,
so outranged by Ezreal. His Spirit.
Yeah, knock-up comes down. Marong trying to turn it onto Spirit. They're buying time on the outside. Keen goes into his stasis and is able to escape. Yukel still very, very healthy as now they're in the Thunderdome. The Cataclysm comes in and now the fight is broken out. Root diving forward. Had the Essence Reaver, but is going to get taken out by Yukel, who was healthy on the backline. Teleport to get Keen back into this fight. Dive forward. Counter-Strike gets the stun onto Nova, but he gets out in the end. There's the flash forward from Spirit. Wants to just give himself away to continue the battle. Not sure whether that was the greatest idea as Dread. Now on the back end, Keen trying to get the work done. Q comes down. Nova very close to going as well as Keen gets his health back. And somehow, again, the Afreeca Freecs have done it. That he just landed. The backflip's going to come back in. Nope. Not going to happen. 2 minutes away. So I agree with you, Papa. I think that we are going to get there. 30 seconds until the inhibitor comes back.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Essence Reaver now online as they pick off the Syndra. Dread now, Counter-Strike is on cooldown, and they've decided that they are just getting the heck out of here on the side of the Afreeca Freecs. Spirit, Sacrificial Lamb just turned into a Frozen Thrall, and now...
Can Dread steal this one away? TP just to stop the minions ending the game.
Well, both of the inhibitors have spawned, so they're not going to be taking down that Nexus turret. Yeah, you're exactly right, 4v3. But now with an Elder Drake feels like an even worse situation. He's doing his very best to try and keep himself in a position where he can threaten to steal this Baron away. Not going to happen. Oh! What the hell? He stole the Baron with his ultimate and gets himself a blue buff in the meantime. What the heck was that?
That's exactly what they needed. Now the back time is going to be interrupted.
Oh, and he's going to be able to take down Nova because they timed the back so nicely with Dread jumping in with a Counter-Strike. He was in the mid lane. He took down a turret, an inhibitor, already. They'll grab the two that they missed.
Damn right. Jarvan's support, with no side lane priority, with no ability to play side lanes because the Urgot matched the Akali.
They were losing a little bit too quickly before, but now they've figured it out.
Unfortunately, they're going to lose this inhibitor if they don't start fighting soon.
Well, they're not actually going to start fighting just yet. The inhibitor is going to go down. Claw comes in, but Grace doesn't take it. Gauge options dwindling. Super creeps are now going to be coming 2 by 2 by 2.
You got to fight over something. It has to be this last turret, Jin Air.
It has to be the Nexus. I mean, if you don't fight over the Nexus, you just lose the game as Linderong dives forward, but doesn't get anything. Not even a Banshee's Veil. As Malrong, he's the one that's picked up the mantle of engage, but now the dive forward as Root in the backline having to deal with Keen, who flashes to get his way out, aiming, jumps on over. Look at that burst damage as Keen finishes off the kill. In the front line, though, Dread is going to get taken down to that GA as now the conga line of minions is going to fly in, and Dread somehow again miraculously surviving. Yukel, the only one to go. The trade for mid laners has come in as aiming just needs to hit this Nexus a couple of times and it is going to be dead.
Linderong?
Yeah, Shroud down for Keen as well, trying to get damage back. Dread still alive as Spirit jumps in. Cataclysm is used, he gets out of it as aiming going down extraordinarily low as Malrung is trying to save this one for
So it's not a double stack Elder. I think it has to be consecutive.
I don't think so. I think it's just the second one that you've taken.
Well,
in the
no,
game.
if it's a 5-minute buff.
Well, Elder is now
Will not happen. God, that is so much damage.
Afreeca have 4-stack Elder. All right, we're bringing in multiple minion waves. Finally, the word macro could be applied to this game. It need not apply for 56 minutes.
Yep, Spirit's actually upset because he was the wizard of the bottom lane, and yet his hat's being worn by the little guy that gets all of the props.
Do you reckon he went sorcery? We know he went sorcery. Do you reckon he went Gathering Storm?
No, he didn't. He went Scorch. I think we did see it. I'm pretty sure.
Whoa! I saw the W auto. That was most of an inhibitor.
Yep.
Jinair, I don't know how you're going to do this. Show me the way. Show me this game going 60.
That scat of the week was disgusting from you, Cal. As Linderung, he's going for it. Righteous Glory comes in. The exhaust is down. Just wants to kill his lane opponent.
Can they
to
get the
prove
Urgot
a point as in goes Spirit.
Dread's
gets
into the
a
game.
decent amount as yet Dread's decided that he's got his passive from his ult. Keen wants to join him. The Nexus will go down. Spirit, the only one to die in the last team fight, but Afreeca walk away after an hour with the victory in game number 1.
57 top lane, Lissandra mid lane, almost certainly.
How many things fit inside the Cataclysm is the question. You could get a Frozen Tomb
For
in
the
there.
side of Jin.
Well, they're going to dive on top of the Callista here. Does flash to get out of the way, but Killer Instinct will follow. And that is just an overstep for Root. Vision.
Malrung was actually ultra safety. He knows it's not easy for him to read into. Here's the
Oh,
game.
yeah, another flash play to come down here as Aiming has to use his flash. Spirit down into his stopwatch as Dread comes on forward, wants to find Root, does still have that Umbral Trespass, jumps into the Callista and wants to clean it up. Oh my god, Keen! The Hemo Plague is glorious. Cool guys don't look at explosions as Linderung gets the massive CC, but you know what he gets for it? The present is death.
They've looked good in multiple games so far this season, but just every time something goes catastrophic.
That's what kills you. That was looking like it should have been a Zoe solo kill. Okay, fun doesn't stop here as it's a really nice land to get Root out of danger as Dread, Umbral Trespass onto Grace. Maybe not his opportune target, but that's just brought all the space for Aiming to dive on forward. Grace dies as well. It's a double for the Kane. Make that 4-0-3.
That extra range that I think Reaping Slash gains.
And you know
Shadow
what?
Assassin form?
We were wrong. Let's look who gets the turret first bot lane.
Yeah.
It's the beautiful
All right, I guess Point Blank is a great way to miss a Trouble Bubble.
Ning's itemization on.
All right,
That's
we've
a
got
bit
the
weird. We're
play
going again.
back in. Yeah, Yukao is going to immediately self-ultimate, try and get some damage, and also bother everyone as he jumps further. Circle of Frost
Trent's
helps
here.
hold everyone down, and my god, the Afreeca Freecs are just having their way with Jinair at this point. Dread diving on over, and this is the Rast experience that you expect. Actually just hopping underneath the turret. No worries there at all as Malrung goes down, makes Spirit look a little bit funny. But Aiming picks up the kill in the end, and this is what happens when you're able to smack people with your wallet. It's 1-14, and this game got way out of control way too quickly. And as far as goal graphs are concerned, it went from last time being this beautiful mountainous view to this looking like a gigantic cliff.
And the sad thing is, Atlas, it'd be.
And this is an Ocean Drake. They wish it was a different one, but they'll take everything on the map because it's theirs. What are they going to do about it? The answer is nothing, Papa. Teleport going to come down. We are going to see the Baron falling as Spirit uses his regular engage. Hook's not going to land as here's the dive. Triple kill already for the Kane. Can he pick up more as Aiming dives on over? Says no, but that's going to be the triple, and Grace dies. In the end, it's just going to be a 3 of a kind, but it's a 3 of a kind for the newly imported Kane to the LCK.
It's a third team wipe in a row as well, Atlas. That's 3 too many for the side of Jinair.
And he's legendary in his first game of the LCK. You can imagine all the other teams wondering why the heck we haven't started playing him sooner. Just wanted to make sure he was perfected. Red certainly making it look good this game. But the context is a pretty muddy one as far as whether or not it was the Kane.
Kind of
wasn't like
reminds you
this.
of the dream game, right? The
Yeah.
game for SK Telecom T1 in the Kesper Cup where they got down.
Yeah. Being the illustrators of your own demise is just... It's hard to watch, guys.
Good. It is really good. Obviously, when you can EQ
Yeah.
R in and Kai'Sa can follow, it can be very powerful.
As far as muscle memory, he's got a lot of it. As he dives on forward, Root immediately has to flash, and that's going to leave his support to die. Frozen Tomb comes in. Root's trying to dance around this one. We'll be able to get some sticks back through, and Yukal does have to be the sacrificial lamb. They lose Linderung on the back end. They've broken open the base, and the Afreeca Freecs have sent everyone to the fountain.
Can they end the game here? They're looking for the push.
Well, Dread has to be very, very careful as there's the dive forward, aiming. Flash Voidseeker picks up the kill on the Zoe, and Keen booped back under the fountain. He's going to be taken out. Nexus turrets, the next one to go. It's a double kill for aiming, though, as he's just on cleanup duty. Able to do so, and it's a 24-minute game 2. That's going to buck the trend of our idea about Jin Air and the length of their games. As, my God, 2 in a row victories for the support Jarvan. And Kane starts his LCK career off with a bang.
26 kills in less than 24 minutes of gameplay. Jin Air, unfortunately, just had that nosedive that the gold graph will also illustrate in the early game. After a really nice early plan to try to deal with the Kane, Kane kind of had the game gifted to him in his lap. That was a TV dinner for the Kane. He forgot to show up, he didn't do any cooking, and yet got an entire meal. Afreeca Freecs, they will bow. But what will this victory mean later in the week when they will undoubtedly have more competition?